wanted to be a police officer as long as I can remember. It goes back to me being a little kid. I can remember growing up, I either wanted to do something in the military or a police officer. You could say it runs in my family. My dad is a paramedic, my mom's a nurse. It just makes sense to me. Well, I had to wait until I was 21 before I could apply, so I started school. Still have to finish school, but once I turned 21, I started applying. I applied with Madison the first time, didn't hear anything. I was like, all right, well, I'll just have to try again. The second time came up, I got through the PT phase, got to a board interview, and then didn't hear anything after that. So got a little down. Then I heard an opportunity for a volunteer side with the police department. So it felt right, prayed about it. So I applied for that and got on through the volunteer side. Of course, that's unpaid, and what it did is just get my foot in the door. Shortly after being in there, an opening came up again. I applied, and that time I got accepted. It is difficult sometimes when you don't see immediate results coming to life in front of you. I had to keep focused, keep telling myself, this is what I'm supposed to do. God will make a way for it. It's going to come to pass. I just have to stay focused on Him and believe in what He said. When Pastor prayed over me one saturation, he said yes and yes to the two biggest questions in your life. And one of those questions was the career in law enforcement and with Madison. So I held on to that every step of the way. This is what you've called me to do. So I know you'll make it possible. And that's what I held on to. I think God's using me as a police officer here in Madison to make a difference, because I've grown up here my whole life. Working in the youth group here at Cornerstone, I've already encountered a few kids that I've met, either out here in the street or in youth. And it seems like not necessarily treating me a little different, but it seems to help any situation that I'm in. It helps either if someone's having a bad day, they see a familiar face, and it makes them feel at ease about the situation they're going through. Makes it a lot easier to go to work every day. Being this my childhood dream, it's because every day you're doing what you wanted to do your entire life. I don't wake up in the morning and like, oh man, I have to go to work today. This is what I'm supposed to do. I know every day I go to work, there's an opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life. By God bringing this to pass in front of me, and I'm living out my dream every day, it shows me there's nothing He can't do. If something comes up and the devil's attacking you, and you're like, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? I revert back to this. Well, I'm living my dream now. He did that. God did that. There's nothing He's not going to do.